I should have talked to y'all from this angle the whole time instead of the other angle. I don't know why I didn't. Hi, you guys. Okay, so I just woke up from taking a nap. And I'm about to do my makeup real quick. Let me gather all of my makeups. So I'm headed to this, I want to say artist showcase in a way. But somebody that I met a long time ago named Kevin Shine. He used to be an A&R for like, I don't know what label, but like a major label, you know, and he is doing like an artist networking type of thing, you know. And I live in Atlanta where it's like both, you know what I mean? It's like the real music industry and a lot of like people who like are trying to break through, and a lot of like indie artists as well. So Kevin happens to be one of the major players from the industry or whatever. I know a couple of them, and they all, you know, being realistic, know how important it is for an artist to like kind of act as an indie artist. You know what I'm saying? Because deals aren't how they used to be back in the day. And, you know, you can still get like a traditional deal, but in order to do that, you're going to have to kind of like market and build yourself up first. And then if you do that, by then you may not even need like a traditional deal. You can just get like distribution deals or publishing deals or whatever the case may be. But, you know, all that is like the business side of music that like I'm still very like unfamiliar with as far as points and all this and that and royalties. And even still, the ones that were making money back in the day, the game changed so much with like the digital age and like streaming, and you know, it's just the whole entire music industry has changed. But what hasn't changed essentially is talent. I'll say, well, let me get a better angle, y'all. To a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? I guess it depends on who's making that statement, but ultimately, yes, talent and being able to entertain hasn't changed. Okay, like it's still a major part of what this industry is all about. So when you come to that point, I mean, you still got to like think about both, because it's like, are you doing this? Are you doing music to be heard? Are you doing music to make money? Like, you know, it's like you got to look for your purpose as an artist about why you're doing music or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I can't speak for others. I can only speak for myself and my journey, which my journey is like in the middle. Because when I was younger, I wasn't focused at all. I mean, I had the raw talent, and I still have raw talent. And I'll say raw because I respect music so much, and I respect artistry so much that, you know, you got to really, really, really put in time and work into your craft in order to develop it. And, you know, I'm still working on that part myself. So, you know, I'll humbly say, you know, to develop your craft, because you need to put in time and work on all aspects, you know what I'm saying? Like on the business side, on the creative side, on the writing side, on the production. Like, for example, what I'm doing right now, this is part of producing an artist per se, not musically, but branding wise. Like, you know, I can't go to an event in my sweats, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could if I wanted to market myself as like totally earthy, but you know, all this is like the glitz and the glam of, you know, the entertainment industry or whatever, no matter what scale you're on. But my friend or associate or whatever you want to call him, Kevin Shine, he does an artist showcase and a networking event that he's, trying to get kicked off, and or that he is kicking off. And I just find that it's important for me to get back to the heartbeat of songwriting. When I met Kevin years ago in my 20s, I was like, he gave me like some advice, and he was like, you got the potential, like you can do it, but you need to stabilize first, and I didn't realize what that meant. And I actually didn't know how many years it would take for me to stabilize myself. But with that being said, he was absolutely right. He wasn't trying to like tell me something bad, and he wasn't trying to like burst my bubble. He was being 100% real. Like, in order to be the type of caliber artist that is producing and creating like some music of substance, his advice was for me to kind of like ground myself and discover who I was, do a little bit more self-development. And because he said that to me, I respect him today. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't blowing smoke up my butt. I'll say butt. I won't curse because, you don't know. I don't know how old people are. And I want everybody who's really tuning in to, be family friendly or whatever. So with that being said, I respect him. And I respect, what he believes in. Some people are going to, be a totally different type of person when it comes to being a music person. Like, they're going to be all about whatever it is that they're about, whether it's the money, the numbers, the glitz, the entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And some people are about like the artistry, the heart of the music, the people, the message. You're going to get it all. The whole key is that you need to kind of find your soul tribe within the industry, and you need to know who you are first and kind of know what you stand for. And it's not bad to stand for any of those things. Like, if you stand for money, like, it's okay, but just, and just own that and know that, I'm getting into this for money. If you stand for the message, it's okay. Just know that you may not be on the radio and you may like play at cafes or whatever. That's okay. Like, all the above is okay. Like, if you're all about like inspiring people, just know that you might make some songs and like build your own fan base and brand yourself and find your own like audience. That's what, like, there's no wrong way to express your artistry. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you keep on getting caught up in like the whole, I gotta be famous, I gotta be this, like, like I said, that's nothing wrong either, but just know that that's a different path, and that path is like, a very difficult path. And a lot of times you may find yourself, compromising your brand or whatever you really want to believe in order to be relevant in that way. You know what I'm saying? So just know that whatever decision or path that you decide to take, just know that, it just is what it is. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I was watching a documentary with Dolly Parton. She is one of the most successful female artists of our time as a songwriter and as an entertainer. And she was on an interview, and the lady was lightweight insulting her. And I always look at things like that, because people always try to play me. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime that you're feminine or, whatever the case, or if you're kind of sexy or whatever the case may be, they try to play you, you know what I'm saying? Like, as other women, it's like, because they're either intimidated or they're judgy or whatever the hell that they want to be. Okay. And then it's like, she was like, how do you feel about your boobs, basically? And Dolly Parton has some huge boobs. I don't know if they're hers or if she got them done. But either way, Dolly Parton was like, look, I'm quite aware of the industry that I'm in. And make enough money to where I can afford to look ridiculous and to make myself a spectacle, because I know what industry I'm in and I know I'm making money. So I can afford to sit back and, like, make light of the brand or the spectacle that I'm creating myself to be. Because I think the lady specifically used the word spectacle. So she clapped back like, okay, let me tell you, I can afford to make myself a spectacle, because I realize who I am as a person, who I go home to every night, the songs that I've written for myself and other people that are deep, you know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, the industry that I'm in. So that right there was, like, so inspiring and so just real to me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and she's written some songs that were deeper than deep, okay? So it's like, you never know, like, what avenue or what side of artistry will shine out the most or stand out the most, you know what I'm saying? And not everybody possesses all those qualities, and some do. Some have the stage presence, the image, the writing ability, the business savvy, all the above, you know. Some people have just the image. Some people have only the ability to write or create music, but they're not really, like, the performer. You get it all, but you got to respect them all. You know what I'm saying? This angle is really weird, but either way, you have to respect them all, or I respect them all, because I feel like being an entrepreneur or even an independent artist, that I've had to face and question each of those sides. And I've questioned, like, my reason for music or the type of music that I want to do. I've withheld myself from certain songs and stuff, in a way, like being overly sexualized because I'm a mother. But then, like, being sexy is part of who I am, naturally, mother or not, like, artist or not. So I can't deny that part of myself either. And it's like, just being comfortable in your own skin. That's when it all started clicking to me. Also being down to earth, having true substance is priceless. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, even if you do choose to, or even if you find yourself in the position where, you're like Dolly Parton, you've branded yourself a certain way, or whatever the case may be, you're trying a certain look, trying a certain theme, because it's all theatrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on, like, the kind of artist that you are, when you're performing live, it's theatrics. Some aren't as theatric, like, some are just real mellow, cool, you know what I'm saying? In the Irie, you could get up there with some acoustics. And that's kind of like, I'm a mixture of both, you know what I mean? Like, because I have a dance background, like, I used to do a lot of, like, go-go dancing and, theatrics and the makeup and the outfits. And I'm comfortable in that in a way, except before I was, like, a little bit shy, so I would, like, drink too much. And I suffered for that, y'all. That was something that God had to bring me through. And now that I'm back out, even at my age and stage, music is still something that I analyze deeply, and that, I definitely am still practicing and doing. I have not given up on music. I have different goals and different reasons for music. I don't think I ever really had, like, that whole I want to be famous thing. You know what I'm saying? But I did always want to just, like, create great music, and I always did believe in myself. And I always wanted to create music of substance. And that's okay. Like, it's but basically, I'm kind of, like, rambling and talking at the same time that I'm doing my makeup, because I don't like this angle of this camera. This angle of this camera to me is horrible, okay? I should have talked to y'all from this angle the whole time instead of the other angle. I don't know why I didn't. I think that's all I wanted to say. Like, let me show y'all old historic Edgewood, y'all. I'm not really like in the best part, like to show you the cuteness of it, but it's cuter than what I'm showing y'all. I just don't have a good angle right now, but I'm walking down the street. About to go hit this thing up. Oh, there's the Baha'i Center. You know, I have a really great friend whose name is Lee, and no. See, that's the hard thing about walking down the street by yourself, is like you gotta dip and dodge. You know what I'm saying? On the weekends, this street be lit, but it's the weekday. I mean, it's still kind of lit though, but I'm just trying to lay low, you know what I'm saying? Probably because when I get out, I have to put this force field around myself, so then I probably curse more, because I'll be like, get out my face. But back in the day, like, because I'm naturally super friendly, and I used to just be friendly all the time, but then I learned like how to like allow only certain people to be around, like my most intimate energy, you know what I'm saying? Because that is sacred energy. Okay, I think that's better. I'm gonna stay with y'all till I make it to my car. How about that? Okay, I'm almost there, because I know y'all care. I know y'all worried about me out here in the streets by myself, but I'm good. I'm almost to the cut, and the Lord is with me too as well. Oh, I didn't show y'all my outfit though. Do y'all know that I get like 80% of my stuff from the thrift store? Just because I just refuse to spend money on like things like clothes, like, but you gotta know how to shop. Okay, I'm here, y'all. Let me get in the car. Okay, well, I love y'all. Good night. Because, you know, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I got my jolly joy. I ain't messing that up for nothing, boo. Good night.